Hai, video ini tunjukkan buat kamu yang sedang mempersiapkan diri untuk interview di tech company. Thanks for tuning in, I'm Enrico, your host. Gue akan sharing beberapa pengalaman gue interview di tech company dan juga pengalaman gue interview di multinational company lainnya, bahkan pengalaman gue saat menjadi part-time recruiter saat gue masih kuliah. I believe I can bring something up to you. Let's go to the main dish. Interview di tech company biasanya terbagi menjadi dua, yaitu fit interview dan juga technical interview. Untuk fit interview, sebenarnya yang dilihat itu adalah bagaimana kecocokan kalian bekerja dalam suatu tim. Biasanya dalam fit interview, ini akan ditanyakan pengalaman-pengalaman kalian dan juga motivasi kalian untuk join ke company tersebut. Nah, di sini juga ada kesempatan buat kalian bercerita bagaimana sih kalian menghadapi suatu masalah dan menghadapi suatu kondisi tertentu. Nah, untuk technical interview sebenarnya itu lebih ke arah menggali bagaimana performance kalian di spesifik role kalian. Misalkan kalian bekerja di business scope, kalian akan dites bagaimana business acumen dan bagaimana problem solving. Sedangkan kalau kalian bekerja di Department of Engineering, biasanya kalian akan dites untuk bagaimana performance coding kalian dengan bahasa yang ditentukan atau bahasa yang dipakai di company tersebut. Scope video ini hanya akan membahas jenis interview yang pertama, yaitu fit interview. Nah, kalau kalian pengen gue membahas bagaimana yang kedua, tolong tulis di comment section ya, supaya gue bisa tahu dan gue bisa mempersiapkan buat kalian. Anyway, untuk fit interview ini sebenarnya dijawab dalam bentuk cerita. Jadi kalian harus paling nggak bisa menjadi a decent storyteller. You need to learn how to communicate your ideas or your story so that the interviewer on the edge of their seat eager to learn more. Gue akan share beberapa pertanyaan yang hampir selalu ditanyakan di interview tech company. Nah, pertanyaan-pertanyaan ini akan gue bahas apa saja pertanyaannya, lalu poin-poin apa yang dicari dengan menanyakan pertanyaan ini, dan contoh jawabannya. Harusnya pertanyaan-pertanyaan ini applicable di setiap role secara general, dan especially pertanyaan-pertanyaan ini akan ditanyakan di early stage of interview, mungkin HR interview, screening interview, something like that. Pertanyaan yang pertama adalah, what do you know about our company? Biasanya saat pertama kali ditelepon, interviewer atau siapapun itu akan mengenalkan dirinya dan apa role dia, sudah berapa lama dia di company tersebut, dan sedikit tentang company-nya. Lalu dia akan menanyakan apa yang kalian tahu soal company tersebut. Nah, sebenarnya pertanyaannya cukup clear dan kalian bisa jawab dengan jawaban singkat atau sedang lah ya, tidak terlalu panjang. Tapi sebenarnya yang kurang clear adalah motivasi untuk menanyakan pertanyaan ini. Menurut gue, motivasi untuk menanyakan pertanyaan ini adalah untuk mengetahui apakah kalian melakukan PR kalian. Apakah kalian research mengenai company tersebut? Apakah kalian menemukan poin-poin tertentu yang mungkin menarik buat interviewer? Nah, itu yang akan dilihat di... Nah, untuk pertanyaan ini sebenarnya kalian perlu baca at least company profile dan sebenarnya apa sih core problem yang di-solve dari perusahaan ini. Itu menunjukkan kalau kalian nggak asal apply ke company mana. I've been using the XYZ company product for quite some times. The first time was when I on a college where I need to book a flight ticket to Surabaya. I need it urgently and I can do it very fast, seamlessly using the apps built by XYZ company. And right now, I believe XYZ company has not only the biggest OTA in the Southeast Asia, but also expanding their universe into other services, for example, financial services, and also the lifestyle's day-to-day activities. Well, I believe that XYZ company is not only becoming the unicorn, but going to be a decacorn really soon. And the growth is so big, and I want to be the part of XYZ company. Oke, beberapa poin yang gue capture di sini adalah, pertama, gue compliment the product dan gue tahu apa list produk apa aja yang udah ada di sana. Dan gue juga tahu insight industri secara overall, bagaimana the market share dan bagaimana juga dia berlaku sebagai pelaku pasar. Misalkan dia expanding the product lines not only on the specific part OTA but also expanding their universe to another parts. Oke, sekarang question nomor 2. Question nomor 2 ini adalah question yang sangat-sangat populer, yaitu tell me about yourself. Untuk pertanyaan ini sebenarnya bisa di build dengan beberapa wording, misalkan walk me through your CV atau tell me something that is not your CV, something like that. Tapi sebenarnya pertanyaan ini adalah pertanyaan yang merupakan golden ticket buat kalian. Ini adalah saat yang tepat buat kalian untuk jual diri kalian, untuk build a strong impression about yourself. Interviewer menanyakan ini supaya dia tahu apa background kalian dan experience kalian, dan bagaimana itu bisa beneficial buat company yang kalian lamar ini. One good notes from me is to find a good balance between personal things and also the experience or the achievement you made. So you need to give some spice of personality. Here's the sample answer. You can call me Enrico. I went to Bandung Institute of Technology taking engineering degree. After graduated, I went to Schlumberger as a field engineer. There I led many high-profile and high-volume projects that lead me to contribute over 750k USD revenue to the company. I also involved to some management project where I revamped some workflow of the company, making it more efficient. After that, I went to Traveloka as Senior Associate Product Manager. There I specialized on marketing platform. I really close to the world of digital marketing. I built a system and also the platform for hotel partners to increase their traffic, their impression, and their conversion through the use of advertisement. What do you think? Di sini ada beberapa poin yang gue tunjukin, yaitu pertama, gue educationnya di mana, setelah itu gue melakukan apa aja, yaitu achievement, dan I think it's good to give some numbers if you can provide that. And after that, gue juga menunjukkan apa spesialisasi gue, misalkan digital marketing. Nah, di situ bisa di points out nih sama interviewer, kalau gue bisa digunakan, apa experience yang bisa gue gunakan, apa things yang bisa beneficial for their company. Pertanyaan ketiga adalah why do you want to join this company? Ini pertanyaan yang agak tricky karena menurut gue lo harus menemukan a balance between motivational answer and also some logical answer. Menurut gue jangan sampai kalau kalian itu memberikan jawaban yang menjadi red flag. Misalkan jawaban soal money, you are in it for money. You can do it, you can be honest, tapi jangan terlalu honest sih menurut gua. Karena jawaban money ini agak susah. Itu bisa backfire ke lo. Misalkan kalau ada company lain yang menawarkan gaji lebih tinggi, misalkan apakah lo akan pindah? Kemungkinan iya kan. Nah, itu akan menjadi red flag bagi interviewer. I quote what Uncle Roger say.
Listen, niece and nephew. Dating is like job interview. You always have to lie to get the job. So you see woman, you see man, you go on date, hide you're crazy. Don't show them you're crazy on first date. Show them you're crazy on the 5th year. Hide you're crazy for 5 years, then they stuck with you.
Here's my simple answer. Well, yeah, I want to join your company because of 3 main things. The first one is your hypergrowth. I believe your company is experiencing hypergrowth right now. Therefore, the number of people increase is not the same rate as the growth of the company itself. Therefore, I believe that one people could have multiple big responsibilities, and I want to have big responsibilities. I want to have the opportunities to give an impact that really matters. The second of all is about the market share the company currently hold. Well, I believe that your company has already achieved 70% of the market share. It's the measure of market share. And therefore, the only way you can grow faster is to innovate. And I like to innovate. I like to be the part of your innovations. I like to lead the peoples from that. And the last of all is about the cultures. I've met some people from your company. Some of them are my good friends, and they share that their experience in this company is really good. They share that people here is really promoting growth and there are no blame cultures on this company. So that is my 3 main motivation to join company. The first one is about the hyper growth, the second one is about the market share, market dominations, and the last one is about the cultures. The fourth question, pertanyaan keempat adalah why do you want to leave your current company? Pertanyaan keempat ini agak tricky karena sebenarnya pertanyaan keempat ini lo nggak boleh terlalu jujur juga, dan put on your mind my suggestion that you cannot blame your current company. You cannot put a bad mouth on your current company. Kenapa? Karena maybe you will do the same for the new company if you are about to leave. They don't want that. Ini sama kayak sebelumnya. You can be truly honest that your manager is suck, they are keeping you from promoting something like that. Tapi menurut gua akan susah menjelaskannya di suatu tempat di interview ini karena the amount of time you are interviewing with is very short. Therefore, I think you need to keep it for later and just bring positive things that you can keep out from quitting from your current company. Mungkin lo bisa melihat YouTube di Colors of Chloe, mungkin gue akan put di descriptions. Di situ dia akan share bagaimana dia keluar dari TikTok, kenapa dia keluar dari TikTok, something like that. But I think it's still hard for you to explain all the things, all the details within 30 minutes or 1 hour of interview. So I believe just keep it for later lah. Simple answer. Well, yeah. Actually, I don't have bad experience working in my company right now. However, the industry where my current company currently at are slowing down. Therefore, so many projects got cancelled and the promotions also postponed. Seeing this, I could really see myself to be better fit elsewhere because I can express my talent and my spirit in making big things happen. I'm really looking forward for fintech company because basically I have some experience in fintech. I have some part-time experience back then when I was in college and also doing some research paper about fintech. And therefore, I think I can bring it up on the fintech industry. Your company as the fintech major players in Indonesia is good place to go. I believe that the people is good and the achievement made by company is also enormous. I want to be the part of your hyper growth and therefore I applying for your company. Okay guys, I think that is the fourth question and the last question. Tapi nggak berhenti di sini, gue akan memberikan kalian sebuah bonus question and answer. The bonus question is, what is your salary expectation? I think ini interesting question. Tapi menurut gue ini pertanyaan yang paling susah. Kenapa? Karena ini sangat-sangat menentukan bagaimana kalian ke depannya. Kalau terlalu rendah, kalian bisa aja underpaid. Dan therefore, your motivation is really slowing down over the time. Kalau terlalu tinggi, kalian bisa langsung dicoret dari candidate list. You don't want both things to happen. Ideal case dari pertanyaan ini adalah kalian nggak boleh nyebutin angka duluan. Kalian harus put on your mind kalau angka yang disebutkan itu biasa terlalu rendah kalau kalian nyebutin duluan, atau mungkin terlalu tinggi, I don't know. Tapi nggak akan tepat. Kalau kalian bisa tahu, bisa foresee what is the maximum range of the company budget, it will be good because kalian bisa put yourself on the maximum limit, right? Tapi agak susah untuk menemukan itu. Jadi alternatif menurut gua adalah untuk postpone pertanyaan ini, jawabannya di kemudian hari ketika kalian udah buy in some trust from other interviewer, for example. Atau mungkin kalian juga bisa tuh in the end menggunakan referensi dari website seperti Glassdoor gitu. Tapi ini less preferable. Menurut gue tetap the best things yang bisa lo lakuin adalah tunggu sampai mereka memberikan offer duluan dan start from that, you start the negotiation. Contohnya gue pakai dialog aja ya. I'm really interested with your profile and your experience. Right now, I think it's a good time for me to talk about what is your salary expectations. Well, yeah, that is a very interesting question and I think it's really important. However, I think it's still too early for me to give you the exact number because I want to meet more people to get know about the company, to get know responsibility given to me. Sorry, we cannot do that. We have so many candidates waiting on the list, and it's good for us to can prioritize as well from the expectation of salary. I see. On this case, could you give the budget of your company? I think it's beneficial for me to know as well. Well, I'm afraid I cannot share the exact number to you. Sure, you can. However, can you give some range to me so I can get a better sense at least? Well, the range should be okay. The range is between 300 until 350 million. 350 million is a good number to start off. I think we can start from that. Nah, menurut gue ini contoh yang cukup smooth. Karena walaupun at start pasti mereka reluctant untuk memberikan number, tapi in the end mereka akhirnya memberikan range dan lu bisa put yourself on the maximum. Tapi menurut gue don't stop to that because mungkin number ini udah di quoting gitu. Jadi put a fake wording, something like it's a good start. Jadi itu open room for new negotiation later in the futures. Well, that is for now, I think. If you find this video useful, please consider subscribing and also likes if you like this video. And lastly, you can share it to your friend, to your kids, to your sister, to your brother, anyone. Kalau kalian merasa ini bermanfaat buat mereka. See you on the next video. Bye bye.